Most people think you gotta be rich to actually invest in real estate. Well, Mark here, he is a former Marine. Now he's retired from that. Now he's working in aerospace at Boeing, working 9 to 5. And he recently bought this property here, single family, and we're building 2 brand new construction in the backyard. He's gonna make over $600,000 in sweat equity off this one deal. We're gonna break it all down for you so you can see how he did it. Let's talk a little bit about where was your life like before you got into real estate investing?
Yeah, very traditional upbringing, right?
Yep.
Went through high school, good family, went to college like a good boy should.
Yeah.
You know, and at that point, I realized, you know what? Your basic job out of college, that wasn't for me. The war was popping off still, so I figured, fuck it, why not? I just said, hey, I want to go into the hardest service possible. So I was in for 11 years, right? So Camp Pendleton, my first duty station was 3 years. And then I went actually to JB Lynn, Washington. So I got to go home for 3 years, but served down there. And then I served another 4 years in Camp Pendleton with Marine Corps Special Operations. And at that point, my son was born and I got out.
So did you know what you was gonna do when you get out of the military? I mean, so how did you end up in aerospace today?
Zero idea, basically zero. I kind of got out knowing that I wanted to get in real estate. I like the idea of financial freedom, working for myself. I was not interested in working for another corporation or someone else. So that's kind of where I got the itch for real estate. And then I got into aerospace because with my resume, it's where I can make the most active income to fund the real estate investments.
Okay, now we're gonna break down the deal from A to Z for you guys to see exactly how this deal was bought and structured, the whole 9 yards. All right, Mark, let's start at the beginning. How much did you pay for this property? How many bed, how many bath is this property?
So this property we bought for $850K. It's a 3-2, 1,700 square foot house.
With a basement?
With a basement.
With a basement. And we're in the area right now, you guys. This is what I call a B neighborhood. So, you know, if you're in the ghetto, property is way cheaper. If you're in a neighborhood, this is $1 million property. We're in what I call a B and C neighborhood, which is a good area. This is where it's good to actually buy as rental property. So this is why the properties are $850. Seattle ain't cheap, but it's also a good neighborhood. So you buy this for $850, right? 3 bedroom, 2 bath, basement, everything. Turnkey, ready to go.
Ready to go.
Now, a lot of people always hear me talking about buy property where you can rehab it, fix it up, create sweat equity, like we call it the BRRRR. Why did you choose to buy turnkey versus doing the BRRRR strategy on the front house?
So I knew that it was a balance of time and return. So it was, from a time perspective, quicker for me to get a MLS deal, turnkey, with the big back lot. And I knew that though this one could be negative in the front, because the lot is so premier, it's an 8,100 square foot corner lot, that the 2 dadus were gonna make up for the negative in the front. So from a time perspective, it gave me the most return.
And this is why there's so much to go into this deal to make it, to know if it's a good deal or a bad deal. You know, sometimes you don't have to do the BRRRR. If the opportunity to add more units and more bedroom and bath and more units on the property could make up for not doing this as a rehab property. Plus, he got a full-time job, he got a brand new baby. So to me, it was okay, minus the turnkey, right? But what he can do and add value, big value, is what he was gonna make up for anything he didn't create in the front. So you buy it for $850. How much did you pay for this as in down payment? And you're a VA. What happened? So let's walk people through this.
Right, so the VA, bar none, is probably the Ferrari of investing tools, right? 0% down, no PMI, and if you have a disability rating, they waive the funding fee. So I actually took advantage of that in California when I was stationed in Camp Pendleton. I bought a house, lived in it, put 0% down when rates were super, super cheap. And right today, that's a rental house.
You and I talked about there are so many different options now for VA for loans right now. Even though if your eligibility is full, right? What did you find out recently about multiple different funding out there?
Right, so for veterans, you really need to get educated on the VA and all the products. There's multiple VA products that support the BRRRR. VA rehab, VA new construction. And outside of the VA loan, there's actually plenty of products that support veterans with the same 0 down product that is outside your VA entitlement. So there are multiple products that have 0% down for veterans.
This house, what is your monthly payment on this? Principal, interest, property tax, and insurance, the whole 9 yards.
PITI is just shy of $5,000 a month, and we're getting 3 in rent.
You're getting
right
3?
now. Yep.
So around your negative $3,000.
Yep.
How do you process that? Because someone's gonna go, that's a bad investment. Right. Why did you buy this and be negative $3,000 a month? What's the deal with that?
You gotta look at it long term. This is a 10, 20, 30-year investment. So all that is holding costs for a certain amount of time. When you wrap that in to what the entire deal, the entire lot is gonna yield, it's still big margin. So people say this isn't a BRRRR deal, it's still above that 25% total margin for the BRRRR standard. So when you look at it from that perspective, that holding cost per month is just a blip in the schedule.
And what is your interest rate on this property?
This one's sitting at about 6.5.
6.5. So here's the thing. I told Mark, I wouldn't worry too much about it, okay? You're negative $3,000, you can afford to make the payment, Because the amount of money you're gonna make, you know, how to develop this backyard later, you're gonna make a lot of money in that, and the cash flow is gonna be great. Especially when we refinance this later, when the rates go down, you can actually now make this one more neutral than any time, and you hit the back will be so much more cash flow. Overall, the whole entire package is gonna be a killer deal, especially since it's in a good area.
Exactly.
And this is why we pulled the trigger on this, okay? All right, now we're in the backyard. Let me just quickly take a second and break down how ADU work in Seattle. It is different than any other city, any other state right now, but soon, every city and state, you're gonna have the same opportunity what we do here in Seattle. So you're gonna see, you got the house in the front. This is single family zoning. In the past, single family zoning on an 8,000 square foot lot, you cannot put another home. Now, what they do is now, depending on how big your backyard is, you can put 1 or 2. You see Mark, he got 2 ADUs, okay? And each one of these are here, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,000, 1,100 square foot each with the garage in them. What's the biggest thing that Seattle has, the game changer, is we have what they call this, they call it, we can condoize our ADU, like a condominium, right? One big building, and each one of those units have their own APN, mixed tax ID number. Meaning we can sell each one of these properties, this or that, separately anytime we want to. And also, they appraise each one of these like an individual house versus one big triplex. This is the game changer that's coming across America, and now the state of California are doing the same thing right now. All right, Mark, let's break it down, brother.
Yep.
You got 2 ADU right here, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, roughly about 1,000, 1,100 square feet each.
Yep.
Okay. First of all, what does it cost to buy the land?
The land is 0.
0. Why is it 0? Explain that to people.
So the reason it was 0 is because we already paid for that, and when we condoized it, we basically cut a line through the backyard and said all the debt is going to be in the front house, which leaves us a free and clear lot.
That's right. And this is why this is so valuable. Now, if you didn't have this ADU, the whole lot is still one piece. You just add ADU on it, but it just have one parcel number with 3 houses on it. This is 3 individual houses, 3 individual lots. What does it cost you all in, interest, carry cost, everything per unit?
Per unit, each unit is going to be $450 to build.
$450 to build. That's everything.
Everything.
Everything. $450,000 to build for each unit, right?
Yep.
Okay, and look, we're just wrapping everything up so we don't have to break down every single thing. Plans and permit he paid for himself, which is about $25,000 per house. Plan and permit.
Yeah.
Okay, but all in everything, $450,000 each. The bank appraised this already. What did they appraise each of the unit for, bro?
$775.
$775, bro. Damn! Now, you think it's a little low, and tell them why.
I think it's a little low. We are starting to see a couple dadus similar style down the street appraised for $800.
So let's say with $800,000, he's all in for $450, okay? That's easy, $350,000 per unit. You understand what I'm saying? Where do you make $350,000 each profit on 1,000 square foot house new construction? That's crazy. Real quick, if you're inspired about Mark's story and you like what you hear so far, and you've been thinking about investing in real estate and you don't know where to start, check out my mentorship program. Click the link below in the description. All right, let's talk about how you finance this, because this is very interesting.
So we financed this with 0 down. So the way that works is when a lender sees a free and clear lot, what they do is appraise the lot, leverage that as your down payment, and give you the full amount that it costs to construct the both units.
And the reason why they give you a full amount, because they look at what is it worth. If it's worth $775 and it costs you $450, that's easy over 25% gross profit on each deal. So the bank, all they need is basically 75% LTV of $775. So if you take, 75% of $775, it's easy $450,000. They have no problem on 100%. So since the equity is so much there, the bank said, hey, you get plans of permit, we'll fund it 100%. So he came out of pocket, no money. All he had to do was come out of pocket for the front house. For the back, just spend $25,000 each property, and after that, the bank will lend it for them 100% financing, no money down, folks, in the backyard. He about to make over $600,000 off this backyard with no money, okay? So you know who financed this? We did. When you guys are part of Springboard, our mentorship program, we fund a lot of the deal for the student. and Springboard funding, all right, our in-house funding, we know these type of product, and we know that equity is so high that we have no problem funding these type of deal with no more out of the pocket. So a lot of the students are winning now. All they have to do is come up with the money for the front house, just get the plans and permits, and after that, you know, easy from there, okay? We do this for pretty much all the students across America. Each deal is appraised different, so based on the appraisal is how much you have to come to the table. This right here is appraised for so high, that's why he come up with no money. This is why it's a game changer. All right, let's talk about number on renting, okay? The bank appraise each one of these for $775.
Yep.
Your construction only $450 each.
Right.
If the bank give you a 75% loan to value, you can easily get $580,000.
Easily.
But we ain't gonna put all that money out because he don't need the cash. He make good money, him and his wife. He just wanna cover the construction. So tell me how you're gonna walk this through. What's the kind of cash flow you making off each one of these houses?
Yeah, so all I'm doing is pulling out enough money to pay off the construction loan.
Right.
At the end of the day, both units are probably gonna net $2,000 a month in cash flow, right? $1,000 per ADU. Now, since that single family is negative $2,000 in cash flow, this whole 3-packer will make either a little bit of money or break even, right? And so I know what people are saying, oh, it doesn't cash flow. Why do you put all this money and all this effort for no cash flow?
Right.
For me, in this area, the lake is 2 blocks away. I'm going for the appreciation,
Yeah.
right? So 3 houses appreciating over 10, 20 years, that's where the roll-up is made.
Yeah, we calculated it. If the house is worth $850, and this is worth $800, let's call it $800, that's $2,450,000. In this area, it easily double probably every 8 years. Not even 10 years, 8 years. In 8 years from now, if it double, let's call it, you know, times 2, that'd be 4.9 million, okay, 8 years from now. And if you wait 8 more years, right, now it's gonna be times 2 again, 9.8 million, call it 10 million bucks. In 20 years, if we kept this, we have over $10 million with the real estate worth, okay? But I want you to think about this. The tenant's paying this property down for him. But the big thing is this, rent's gonna go up. He's gonna refinance these when rates get even better, so he's gonna cash flow even better. But more importantly, you guys, he got no money invested in these deals. He never put no money down. It's like someone giving you free real estate. If Mark wanted to sell one of these property anytime during this 10, 20 years down the road, there's so much equity. He could sell one of these, turn a single family to a multi-family, 4-unit, 5-unit, 6-unit. He could sell both of these, or all 3 of them, and get a 10, 20, 30-unit apartment building. That's even gonna make him way more cash flow. This right here is building equity, so later on he can 1031 those equity and make even bigger investment. But for now, we just want to do this so we can start building the foundation of real estate, getting the appreciation and getting the tax write-off. We talked a little bit about what your life was before real estate investing.
Yep.
And now you've gone through this. Let's talk a little bit about what your life is right now and where do you see yourself going?
It's pretty hard to comprehend. When I got out, actually when I joined Springboard, I was still in the military, right? Just training, go to work, come back. That's what we were built for. To think that this has come, a couple years later is pretty mind-blowing. And so like that kind of transformation that I really needed, honestly, coming out of the military has been kind of sparked by real estate development.
I love it, bro. So where do you see yourself going from here, Mark? Now you got all this experience. Anything is possible. Where do you see yourself 5 years down or 10 years down? What do you see, bro?
So I definitely want to keep this going, right? This is a craft that I just enjoy getting better at.
Yeah.
I think that veterans in general, they just love getting good at a craft. This is something you can definitely see.
Yeah, imagine this is your get up, do what you gotta do, go home, go to sleep.
Exactly.
Right?
Yep. So that is definitely part of the future. And then as this thing kind of allows me, it opens the door from a time and money freedom perspective. I want to start making a difference in my community, veteran community around me, right? So I got a second chance. I made it out clean. All my limbs, everything, we're good.
Yeah.
Headed out of the military, just fine. A lot of people don't get to say that, right? So really my why, once this is all done and I can kind of like create my own freedom, is to pay it back, right? Because there's plenty of vendors that I know that can do this shit.
Yeah.
They're gonna be good at it. They just need someone like Springboard, like a Thach, just to kind of get them there, get them over the line.
Mark and I, you're gonna see, we're gonna start producing more content, and you're gonna see Mark and I, we're gonna be speaking at some event together, and we're gonna really use Mark's story to really inspire and empower lots of veterans around America to start investing in real estate and do something like this, because that's this new purpose now. Because when you come out of the war, sometimes you feel lost, right? That's what I hear from a lot of people.
Yeah, it's easy to just go and deploy and train and deploy and get kind of single-minded focus.
Yeah.
And especially what you do overseas. You know, my experience was pretty common. There are guys that have done way more, right? So when you consider what some of these people have done, they're making global impacts. you plop them down to the civilian sector and then expect them to get motivated by, you know, contributing to Amazon shareholder profits, right? And then there's no purpose in that. Well, I say no shit, okay? Because you just can't compare the two.
That's right.
And so I think what veterans actually need is something scary, challenging, something they know nothing about, but will actually open the door to pursue whatever passion they can. Because I think over the past 20 years in this war we fought, there's lessons that this generation of veterans has learned that's gonna help society big time.
Yeah. That's a wrap on this video. I hope you guys learned a lot from Mark's story, where he was at before real estate investing, what he's doing today, where he's going tomorrow on the project, how he did this, how he got it down payment, how he funded this project, how much equity he's making on this. But really more important is what his big purpose is now in life, right? Just not just real estate investment, but beyond that. If you really like this video, give me and Mark a big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button. And if you have anything you want to comment or add or let Mark know, please put in the comment, let me know. Any other video you want us to make around VA, let us know. We'll be happy to make that. Until then, Mark, congratulations, brother. We're going to see you guys in the next video. Peace.